Today's top AI and cybersecurity signal is simple: AI platforms are now operational infrastructure, not side projects. In the next few minutes, Hugging Face is urging token rotation after a reported breach, hackers are moving on newly patched WordPress bugs, and YouTube is clarifying where AI-generated content crosses the line for monetization. Then we'll connect the dots with open model competition from China, AI hiring bias research, and a practical scorecard for measuring AI projects. First, the security lead. TechCrunch reports that Hugging Face confirmed a breach affecting internal datasets and credentials, and that users were urged to rotate access tokens stored on the platform and review account activity. The confirmed defensive action is the important part here: rotate tokens, check recent account activity, and treat machine learning platforms as places where secrets can spread. Many teams now use Hugging Face for model hosting, datasets, demos, fine-tuning workflows, and internal prototypes. That makes an access token more than a login convenience. It can become a path into private repositories, training data, automation pipelines, or deployment systems. For builders, the practical checklist is straightforward. Rotate any platform tokens that were stored in affected or shared places. Remove old tokens instead of simply creating new ones. Scope replacement tokens to the minimum permissions needed. Review recent downloads, pushes, API usage, and organization membership changes. If tokens were copied into notebooks, CI systems, or environment files, rotate those downstream secrets as well. The broader lesson is that AI supply chains are software supply chains. A model card, a dataset, a notebook, and an inference endpoint all need the same identity and logging discipline that mature teams already apply to source code. Second, TechCrunch reports that attackers are exploiting recently patched WordPress bugs, with two critical flaws putting large numbers of sites at risk, according to a cybersecurity researcher. We are not covering exploit steps. The defender takeaway is timing. Once patches ship and public reporting begins, attackers often scan for the long tail of unpatched sites. WordPress remains a huge target because one vulnerable plugin, theme, or core component can affect many small businesses, publishers, and storefronts that do not have full-time security teams. If you run WordPress, today's action is boring but urgent. Inventory the sites you own, including old marketing pages and forgotten subdomains. Update core, plugins, and themes. Disable anything unused. Require strong administrator authentication. Keep working backups separate from the site itself. Watch for new administrator accounts, unexpected PHP files, modified theme files, and sudden redirects. If a managed host offers virtual patching or malware scanning, turn it on, but do not let that replace updates. Third, YouTube's AI content rules are in the spotlight. TechCrunch reports that YouTube clarified monetization policies around AI slop and upsetting videos. The key point is not that every AI-assisted video is banned. The issue is low quality, repetitive, mass-produced, or manipulative content that does not add original value. For legitimate creators and businesses, the message is clear: AI can help with scripting, editing, accessibility, translation, and research, but the final product still needs human editorial control, sourcing, and a reason for viewers to trust it. That matters because AI video and voice tools are getting easier to use at exactly the same time platforms are under pressure to reduce spam. A sustainable workflow should keep source notes, avoid fake claims, label uncertainty, and add original analysis instead of simply stitching together automated summaries. For viewers, the useful habit is to ask, who is responsible for this claim, what source supports it, and does the video explain what is confirmed versus what is interpretation? Fourth, The Verge reports that Chinese AI companies, including Moonshot and Alibaba, are pushing new open models such as Kimi K3 and Qwen, with claims of strong performance at a fraction of the cost of leading US models. The business significance is bigger than model leaderboards. Lower inference costs change what applications are economical. Customer support, coding agents, research tools, translation, and office automation all become easier to justify when the cost per task drops. But open model adoption is not just a price decision. Teams need to evaluate accuracy, latency, licensing, data handling, security review, and compliance requirements. An open model can be powerful and cost-effective, but businesses still need red team tests, prompt injection defenses, monitoring, and a clear policy for sensitive data. The real story is that AI buyers now have more leverage and more homework. Fifth, MIT Technology Review reports on research suggesting AI may be more likely than humans to form biases when screening job candidates. Hiring is a high-stakes use case because a small scoring difference can change someone's career. Companies using AI for resumes, interviews, or ranking should not assume automation equals neutrality. They should test systems across demographic groups, document what signals are being used, keep humans accountable for final decisions, and provide a path for candidates to challenge errors. Finally, OpenAI published a practical AI scorecard built around useful work, cost per successful task, dependability, and return on compute. That framing is useful beyond OpenAI. It pushes leaders away from vague AI excitement and toward measurable outcomes. Instead of asking whether a chatbot demo looks impressive, ask how often it completes the job correctly, how much review it needs, what it costs when it fails, and whether the same budget would have produced more value somewhere else. Here's the bottom line for today. Rotate AI platform tokens and audit account activity. Patch WordPress before attackers find the forgotten sites. Use AI in content creation only when it adds verified value. Evaluate open models with security and compliance in mind, not just price. And measure AI projects by dependable work completed, not by hype. Confirmed sources are linked in the description, and uncertainty is called out where reports rely on company claims or researcher estimates.